This video is a reaction to the powerful breakdown shared by the Sirenay on Instagram, where she highlights the history and impact of the no man in the house rule. We're taking her insights and expanding them with deeper context for our audience. Let's begin. In the mid-20th century, during the era of Aid to Families with Dependent Children, AFDC, a policy known as the no man in the house rule emerged as one of the most damaging forms of systemic control placed on Black families in America. This rule wasn't officially written into law, but it was enforced in practice by welfare caseworkers across the country. The policy stated that in order for a woman, most often a single Black mother, to receive financial assistance, there could not be an adult male present in her household. This meant that caseworkers had the authority to come into homes unannounced, inspecting for any trace of a man's presence. They looked for men's shoes by the door, a razor in the bathroom, clothing in the closet, or even a toothbrush in the sink. If any evidence suggested that a man lived there, benefits could be cut off immediately, leaving the family with no support. The impact of this rule was devastating. It forced countless Black fathers out of the home, not because they did not want to be present, but because their presence threatened the survival of their families. Instead of uplifting households, this policy punished families for trying to remain intact. It created an impossible choice: either have a male figure in the home and risk losing financial resources, or accept government assistance and sacrifice the stability of having a father present. Beyond the immediate hardships, the no man in the house rule planted deep seeds of division. It reinforced the stereotype of the absentee Black father, a stereotype still weaponized against Black men today. It framed Black women as dependent and unfit to sustain families without government oversight, while portraying Black men as unnecessary or even harmful within their own households. This was not about welfare alone. It was about surveillance and control. By regulating who could be inside a Black family's home, the state inserted itself into the most private space of all, the family unit. It weakened bonds, fueled cycles of poverty, and contributed to the long-term breakdown of family structures in many Black communities. Today, historians and social justice advocates recognize the no man in the house rule as a clear example of systemic racism. Under the guise of providing help, it created generations of harm, stripping dignity from families who simply wanted to raise their children together. Its legacy continues to shape discussions around welfare, family, and race in America.
Laws against Black American people you didn't know existed. This one's called the no man in the house rule. If you grew up with a healthy family dynamic, you understand that the Black father is very important, as he is the structure, guidance, and influence. And because of this is what makes a Black family very strong and powerful. But in the 1950s and 60s, that strength was targeted. The man in the house rule, a policy tied to welfare programs, said that if a man lived in the home, the family did not qualify for government support. Social workers would do surprise visits, checking closets for men's shoes, inspecting beds for signs of a father. So to feed their kids, mothers had to hide their husbands, or worse, push them out. It wasn't about help, it was about control and about breaking the Black household from the inside out. So Black women, please don't allow them to lie to you and say that you don't need a man. They don't want you to need your man while they sit at home with their husbands and children.